Happy Labor Day, everyone. It is Labor Day 2025 weekend, and we're very excited. I know a lot of you at this time of the year are thinking about possibly moving, maybe thinking about putting your house up on the market or looking to move somewhere. And Orlando, Central Florida is such a hot market. We decided to put a video out there to tell you why Orlando. I'm very excited to be able to come back at the end of the video and talk to you about some very important extra bits of information. Okay, so I'd like you to sit back, relax. Here's our little intro. Okay, so here we go. Why? Why would you want to move to Orlando? Why to move to Orlando? Enjoy. I'll be back at the end.
What do we really know about Orlando? Come along with us and discover some of the hidden treasures of one of the world's most favorite towns. We are in beautiful downtown Orlando at Lake Eola, and we're getting ready to show you just how spectacular it is. We've seen some beautiful couples riding their bikes around this lake. It is about 0.9 miles, and they have a farmer's market on Sundays. You're going to see some swans as well. There's a Publix right here in downtown Orlando, and you know what that means. It means people live here. It's so amazing, and they are able to enjoy the lake. And where else would you want to live when you can be able to go to wonderful concerts, sporting events, and you can also go to the grocery store in order to make your meal. So anyway, downtown Orlando, it's really great. It's got a lot going on. So what do we really know about Orlando? Well, we specifically asked that question because it's an interesting story. It wasn't until 1850 that the town got its name. And there's actually about 5 stories on who named the city. Well, I'm going to share the one that I like the most. It's the most romantic of them all. There was a judge, and his name was James G. Spear. And he was very cultured, and he loved to read Shakespeare. Well, after he read As You Like It, there were 2 characters in there. One's name is, can you guess? Orlando. And the other character was Rosalind. Rosalind is actually the street that's right behind us right now. And the storyline is, it was love at first sight. And that's what happens when you come to Orlando. That's why there's so many people that come around the world. They get to Orlando and they make it their home. But then you start thinking about, gosh, maybe there's not a lot of natives. Well, it's true. You don't meet a lot of them. But I'm happy to tell you that our daughter, Ashley Elizabeth Hawk, she was born at the Arnold Palmer Hospital, was actually called Winnie. And because he named a hospital after his wife. She was born in downtown Orlando. She loves it here, and she doesn't want to move anyplace else. And it was Jacob Summerlin back in 1883 that decided to donate the land that is behind us now to create Lake Eola Park. And he had one requirement. It needed to be a public park. And what a beautiful public park it is. In 2016, the Walt Disney Amphitheater, which is in downtown Orlando, the bandshell was painted the colors of the rainbow. And it's in memory of the beautiful 49 lives that were lost during the Pulse nightmare. So I was able to experience people lined up around the block, donating blood, and this town really came together. But it's definitely something that we don't want to forget so that it never happens again.
My God, it's beautiful. The lake, the ducks, the swan, all the beautiful amenities Florida has to offer, especially Orlando. And I wouldn't trade for any other city in the world.
Well, thank you so much for letting us be able to say hello to Minnie as well. She looks like she's ready for the sun with her sunglasses.
Yes, she is.
I love it. Thank you, Howard.
Thank you.
So on Sundays, downtown Orlando has a farmer's market. And I understand there's at least 50 different purveyors. So we thought we would just go and shoot some of the different booths that are here.
We're very passionate about clean baking, which means no artificial flavors of any kind. We don't use any processed sugars, and all our ingredients are organic, and our flours are stone grounded flour, which means all the nutrients stay within the flour.
Talk about a small world. I'm here with our YouTube producer, and he and his wife got married in Curitiba. I'm probably slaughtering that, in Brazil. And here we are in downtown Orlando, and it talks about it being one of Orlando's sister cities.
I just really love the culture and the vibe of downtown Orlando, and I also work down here, so I have no commute, which makes it amazing. And I'm super close to many bars and restaurants and Lake Eola, so I will never have to find something to do. There will always be something fun to do. There's also scooters that you can rent, and so you can just scoot your way over to a show. Right across the street, we have the Abbey and the Florida Theatrical Association, and then 2 blocks away, we have the Dr. Phillips Center. So if you're wanting to experience any arts and culture, downtown Orlando is a perfect place for you.
And talk about exciting. I'm standing right here in front of the Exploria Stadium. Soccer is on fire in Orlando. I can remember when World Cup came to Church Street Station about 30 years ago. We didn't have soccer then, but guess what? Now we do. We've got Orlando City, the men's group, and we have Orlando Pride, the women's team, and they are so much fun, so much fun. We have lots of other sporting teams that are around here, but make sure you check out soccer right here in downtown Orlando. Look at this gorgeous building. As you can imagine, everything from sporting events to music events. In this building, you would also see World Wrestling. They also have the Orlando Predators and indoor football. And then obviously we love our NBA Orlando Magic team. There is a science center, an art museum. So there's not much that you can be saying that Orlando doesn't have, because what they do have is really the best of the best. So we're standing in front of City Hall in downtown Orlando, and I have a lot of great memories of this place. And so I had the honor of working with Mayor Glenda Hood. I would come to her meetings every week, and she would talk about her vision for what she had for downtown Orlando. And one of the things in particular, she wanted to have a Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center. She was very specific about music and culture and everything. And so what are we seeing here?
Yeah, we're in front of the Dr. Phillips Performance Center right here across the street from us. And, you know, I like to personally stay plugged into what's going on. I'd love to come over here and see some of the performances. They got such a diverse list of what they put on. It's just an incredible lifestyle to be able to just walk into this kind of entertainment, this kind of backdrop, and these kinds of restaurants and hubs for shopping.
Elijah was mentioning something about the original City Hall. There's a story behind it, right?
Lethal Weapon 3, they were doing a demolition of the original City Hall, and you know, the filmmakers decided, hey, you know, don't let a good explosion go to waste, so they asked if they could use that as a backdrop for some of the action scenes in there. You'll see that some of the explosions in this downtown City Hall demolition are part of cinematic history.
Yes, yes. And Elijah, believe it or not, I was here that day when they did that implosion.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Background.
I didn't get explode. Yeah, that's right.
Oops. Right, oops.
From the city beautiful, Orlando, Florida, welcome to Church Street Station.
So we're here at the famous Church Street Station area of Orlando, and I have had some of my best experiences of my entire life right here because I was part of the Good Time Gang. I was in charge of the marketing department, and we had lots and lots of fun here. But let me tell you a couple of stories. Bob Snow is one that's really responsible for bringing Orlando back to life. Around that time, the train station area was dilapidated. the first thing that he did was called Rosie O'Grady's. And so that was a jazz area where they had can girls and live entertainment, and it became a hit. Well, from that point, he ended up adding the Cheyenne Saloon, which is country music at its best. There were concerts where even Garth Brooks was an opening act for Tammy Wynette. So nobody knew who Garth Brooks was at the time, and gosh, he's a huge star now, right? Another element was the orchid garden that he created. The orchid garden had beautiful stained glass, winding staircases, and I'm proud to say that my husband and I got married in the orchid garden ballroom. Bob Snow really loved planes, trains, and automobiles. Now, what do I mean by that? He had beautiful antique cars with Church Street Station logos on there, and he also had hot air balloon rides. And he would have a plane and have banners flying over the town of Orlando. So thank you, Bob Snow. I'm so glad that we had mayors like Glenda Hood and also Buddy Dyer, who have had a vision and have made Orlando one of the best destinations in all of the United States of America. And in the early 1990s, I had the privilege of being the president of the Downtown Orlando Partnership. And so what I witnessed was in this area, you had a lot of attorneys and architects, accountants, creative people, bar owners, retailers, and they would all come together for the good of downtown Orlando. And because of all of that work, of all those volunteers, you now see a bustling and wonderful downtown Orlando. This building was not there when I was working at Church Street Station, but it's called 55 West, and you'll see a high rise. So in this area, once again, we're going to be able to help you if you're looking for a condo and you want to be able to just walk to downtown, because look, everything is right here.
I am at Thornton Park right now. We're just a few blocks away from Lake Eola, which is super fun. Here in Thornton Park, there's all kinds of little cool communal flourishes. Great place to ride your bike. I've got this fun designed fountain behind me. As you can see, this street is dripping with personality. Lots of colors and artisan murals and fun little shops to poke into as well as you go down this street here at Washington Street. It's a real cool community to just be plugged into.
So as we're at the top of this rooftop bar over at the AC Hotel in downtown Orlando, it's pretty spectacular, but what you're also going to find is you find some really cool people that are hanging out here.
Orlando is a very diverse situation here. The culture, what you get here is like none other. I think it's just a wonderful place to raise a family, to come out and relax and enjoy and just get a good vibe, you know?
But you would say definitely Orlando's the place to be, right?
I've been a lot of places, traveled and seen a lot of things, and I think Orlando, it is the key, it is the ticket. Absolutely.
So what do we know about Orlando? Well, we started out this morning with the historic, beautiful Church Street Station area, and we're ending it here tonight in this amazing, look at this Jetson-like hotel called the AC Hotel off of Garland. Please, if you have any real estate needs, please make sure that you contact somebody on my dream team and get ready. We've got another video right behind us because we want to tell you more about Near Disney.
Did my YouTube group do a great job?
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to
highlights of Orlando. And so what I wanted to do now is see if there's any questions that anybody might have with regard to Orlando. I did want to specify that when you look, say if you're looking on Zillow or Realtor.com or wherever you're looking, and feel free to go to celebrationhomesales.com. That's a website that we have. It will, if you type in Orlando, it's going to show you, I think as of today, for single family homes in Orlando specific, there are 2,170 listings. But that's deceiving because some of you may be saying, I want to live in downtown Orlando. And so what you need to do is you need to call or text me, and my team will be able to identify if you wanted to live, say, by Lake Eola. Remember when we were talking about the area that had that Publix that you could walk around Lake Eola with the swans? Because otherwise, the other wonderful sections, suburbs of Orlando might include beautiful places like Lake Nona, or you might be pulling up Dr. Phillips, Cypress Point, you might be pulling up Golden Oak, and we do work all those areas. But if you're specifically interested in downtown by the mayor's office, there's a lot of condos, but there's a lot of homes that are down there too. And, why don't I do this? I'm going to show you kind of a range of, or I'll pull it up on MLS for everybody right now. Let me see if I can share that screen with you. I think I can indeed. Let's see, share screen. So as of today, which is August 30th, 2025, you will see as I share, let's see, as I share, yes. There we go. We're going to be, it doesn't want to cooperate today. There we go. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm showing everybody what the realtors will see in Central Florida. And this is what's showing me 2,170 listings, single family homes in Orlando. But like I said, we need to go into the section of Orlando that you're most interested in. So if you haven't gone to Near Disney YouTube channel, please subscribe and like, because we have almost 1,000 videos now, 1,000, believe it or not, that's going to talk about all these wonderful areas around Orlando. So if you want to treat Orlando kind of as the hub of the wheel, think of the spokes coming off of those wheels could be anything from, say, Celebration, Florida, or which, by the way, hey, Christy, there's a wonderful spa, Restorative which is in Celebration, Florida, and the owner is watching right now. I absolutely love them. They're great. Then they also will have, like I said, Winter Park would be an area, Winter Garden, Disney Golden Oak, Lake Nona. And we have done videos on all of those areas. You're going to find that they all have different personalities. But as of today, if you were going to type in Orlando, you're going to see that the prices range everywhere from $132,900 for a house that is a bank-owned home. That's about 1,200 square feet. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. And that is the most economically priced home in the Orlando area right now. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. And then if you go all the way up to the highest end, you're going to see that there is a home that is priced at just below $20 million, just below $20 million. But now that one is in an area called Cypress Point. Some beautiful homes that have water views, very large. This one is over 14,000 square feet. It has 12 bedrooms, 12 full baths. And so you can see there's a big range, and you could potentially become very overwhelmed if you're thinking about moving to Orlando, unless you work with some people. For example, I have lived here for 40 years, and my mom was a broker. I've been a realtor now for over 25 years as the top 1% realtor. So you really need to tap into this resource of people that are going to help you find the location that you want, the price that you want. Some people will have preferences on wanting to make sure they can walk to a bustling downtown. Some of you may say, I want to be in a community where there's no HOAs, homeowners association, because you want to have lots of land and you don't want to be bothered with rules and regulations. Some of you may love HOAs because you know that they keep communities tidy and clean, and possibly offer you shared swimming pools and tennis courts and basketball courts and stuff. So there's a lot to consider when you're buying in Orlando. And, you know, I know a lot of you are starting to come up from Brightline. That's a brand new thing that has been available to Orlando. People from Miami or West Palm Beach, Aventura, Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale are now, it's very easy to get on this high-speed train, and it brings you to Orlando International Airport. Same thing, vice versa. If we want to go visit one of the beaches in Miami, or if we want to get on a train and get to one of the cruise ships that's going out of Fort Lauderdale or Miami, that's something that's available to all of us now as well. So the trends, what I'm seeing of people are saying, you know, a lot of this AI stuff is becoming very real now. A lot of people are able to work from wherever they want to work, and they're wanting to escape maybe some icy areas or high taxed areas. You know, the state of Florida, we have no state income tax. That is a huge, huge benefit for a lot of people that have been talking to me and my team lately, making the move now while they can. Some people are saying they are waiting for these interest rates to drop a little bit. I would like to share with you, I don't think that's a great idea. I think you should come to us now, start talking about properties that you might be interested in. Let us see if the sellers will contribute up to 3% towards your closing cost to buy that interest rate down now. Because if you wait while everybody else is waiting to do this interest rate drop, you're now going to be competing against a barrage, a huge amount of people that are saying they're just waiting for it to be in the 5s at some point. So we've got strategies to help you with everything. I don't want to hold you up too much. I know it's Labor Day weekend. I wanted to give a special shout out to my Realtor Dream Team. They're some of my favorite laborers. I see all the love and work that they do for our community. And so God bless all of them and my YouTube crew, and as well as my family. And it was my brother's birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to Bobby. All right. Once again, if you have any questions, there's my number 407-808-9845. On Monday nights, I do a show specifically about Celebration, Florida, the town that Disney built. Even if you don't buy in Celebration, you're going to want to know about Celebration because they have a cute, bustling downtown with wonderful restaurants and coffee shops and spas, you know, like Restorative U, and you're going to want to know about that area. On Wednesday nights, my Realtor Dream Team does a show about things within a 25-mile radius around Cinderella Castle. So until we see you again, we pray blessings over you, lots and lots of joy, and we hope to see you again real soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.